up, if you catch my drift. So my doctor prescribed me a little something.
Like Viagra?
Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99.
I have this friend who might be looking and...
Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package.
I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome into the show. Glad you're with us. It is a Monday. We're ready to get things going. 6:05 is the time. It is August 11th, and we are here. Are we rocking and rolling, Projo? All good? Video up and everything too?
Everything seems good right now.
All right. Maybe it's my wonderful laptop again that just shows Arch City Now. It's like, come on, where's the picture of me? I want to see me.
Refresh it.
No. There.
Yeah.
Oh, you just did it. You just changed it, whatever you hit. So we're rocking and rolling. Whatever you hit, it's working.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Monday, August 11th. An ominous sky this morning. Had a little rain yesterday come throughout the St. Louis area, some flash flooding in some areas. Man, that it seems like when it rains now, it rains. It's like,
yeah, it's weird.
Isn't it? It is like, weird. I know I'm starting on the weather stuff again, but it's so darn weird when that weather hits and it hits hard. And was there rain expected yesterday?
You know, I looked.
I didn't know if there was.
I've been watching the weather because I've been wanting to do a rain shoot, and every day it says there's no rain, and then every day it rains.
Or it seems like every day it's raining, or there's some drops. No, we just had so much heat and humidity for so long, it builds up, as we're told. Those things happen, so it's all good. Tony, good morning to you this morning. Glad that you're jumping in. I believe that's from today. Ben, good morning. I think it is, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
People jumping in now. Glad you're on the show. Love messing up Tony's workouts in the morning, if that was him or somebody else. But on Mondays, there's usually a lot to talk about, which is good. By the end of this week, we're halfway through August. And there we are again. Halfway through, baby. We're all about St. Louis. Anything that is going on in our neighborhoods, our news, our stories, we like to cover it. We like to promote individuals, anything that we can for you getting up there. Hopefully, it's my laptop that is really lagging again this morning.
I think you have it on the YouTube feed. You need to go to Restream.
How do I do that?
You want me to come? Hold on.
How did I put it on YouTube? I've never put it on YouTube. Anyway, Projo's coming to take care of that. Okay, coming up on the show today, we'll talk some Cardinals. Top 10 list, best Cardinals of all time by a Facebook group. I thought it was pretty cool. Yachty was back in town over the weekend. That was also really cool. St. Louis City SC had a game. That's normally not as many as we have. St. Louis City had a game. They had a win over the weekend. We'll talk about the kid that was the star of the weekend wasn't the Cardinals. It was a little umpire, a little kid umpire, little Mr. Vincent. We'll talk about him as well. Another dog attack at Forest Park, believe it or not. Just runners, wild free dogs going after people. The RECA apps are now open. Representative Trisha Brown, who we had on the show, had her meeting on Saturday. If people were trying to pick up some help with medical bills, money that was there, if anybody was affected by the Coldwater Creek situation or in Francis Howell when it came to the radioactive waste dropping. Soulard Farmers Market has been rocking and rolling. We'll tell you why. The city got more interested about that. Local national chains. Once again, the national chains that are local who have the best ribs. You can put your ideas out there. Anybody use their phone for weather? Of course, we all do. Got to make sure you have the right apps because there is a test out there to show you. It's like you could be getting the wrong weather from your phone. Have you ever seen that? Yes, I have. And why? Why you could be getting the wrong updates on your phone. Fastest growing U.S. jobs as well, which is really, really cool. We'll get into that. And how about this? What are the chances 2 kids from St. Louis in the same team, Chaminade High School, playing in a NFL preseason football game against each other the other night? That's a pretty damn cool thing. Brady Cook and Amar Johnson. We'll show you a picture of that as well. And also coming up at 7:30, we've got Kevin Suter on. Or not Kevin, Phil.
That's Wednesday, actually. I'm sorry.
Well, I thought it was today.
I thought it was too, and I just got word from Greg that it's Wednesday at 7:30.
Oh,
Yeah,
Greg, I thought you booked that for Monday.
we need to give him access to the calendar.
Oh,
he can
Greg.
Book it.
I was looking forward to that interview today.
Yeah.
Greg's on the chat line as well, says, feeling the front now, don't be surprised if we get rain today. So our own little weather guy,
Yeah, he's our meteorologist. He can tell by his bones.
the plate in his head is the reason why.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel rain. It's coming. No, I do too. I used to get it a lot. I mean, I don't know how you guys are in St. Louis, but if I started to get a sinus headache, I'm like, okay, here comes the storm. Sure enough, 4 or 5 hours later, I would get it. And anything else that you guys want to talk about today, we are appreciative that you're here with us. Let us know. You can jump on the chat line. You know how to do it. You go to YouTube, X, and Facebook. YouTube, X, and Facebook. And you can watch us there at Arch City Now. Arch City Now. Also, you can stream us all the time at luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. And if you guys have any, did we check the email, by the way?
Yeah, I check it every day.
All right, Projo. We've also got an email to let us know what you want to talk about. Any guest from that standpoint. archcitynow@gmail.com. archcitynow@gmail.com. Those are some of the things that are coming up today. Also, please like, subscribe, share the show. That helps us get our word out when it comes to everything that we're doing and anything from the weekend. Jump it on that. Let us know how the weekend was. Anybody get down to any of the Cardinals games? Cardinals take 2 of 3 from the Cubs over the weekend. And I don't care if the Cardinals are out of it. It's just still fun to beat the Cubs 2 out of 3. Although there was a lot of blue at Busch Stadium over the past 3 games. Too much blue. And we kind of knew it was going to happen. Maybe we can change that a little bit. But at least they win. And that's cool. And they're back above 500 now. And those things get us a little bit more excited. Where the team's going from now, we'll see what they're going to be doing, and so forth. So we'll get into that. Also, I thought this was, so the Cardinals right now, they won. They took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. This is what frustrates me. They took 2 or 3 from the Cubs, and just last week they took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers. Those are 2 of the front-running teams in the National League. It's like we should be better than 1 game over 500, which is what they are right now. 1 game over 500. They're 3.5 games back for the final wild card spot, chasing a couple teams. Adam Wainwright said, don't be surprised if they're chasing down that wild card in the final week of the season because of their schedule being easy. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up because I know those kind of things, what can happen. But we are a baseball town, and it's fun to talk about them when they're winning. What do they have for next year? I don't know. We'll see. But they do get the victory. Also, over the weekend, getting the victory were St. Louis City SC. They beat Nashville 3-1. Big win for them. They desperately needed that. A lot of people out at St. Louis City. Has the controversy settled down from the moving the guy with the Trump hat? They never responded to that. So now they've played a game again since that. And it seems like they're weathering the storm. And even though I know people who canceled their tickets, that's what happens a lot of times. Things can move forward. Time can heal all. But SC gets a much-needed win, being one of the worst teams in the league so far this year. They actually scored 3 goals, which was great. It's like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. Let's keep with that going. The other thing which I thought was cool from the weekend, was Yachty. So you had the Cardinals winning 2 or 3 from the weekend from a sports standpoint. St. Louis City SC wins. That's positive news. Yachty was back in town as a assistant manager on Saturday. I love, and I know he's friends with Ali Marmol, the Cardinals manager, but man, it's so great to see those two together. Great to see Yachty in the dugout. It's like, could you imagine him as a manager? Yachty spoke about it too. It's just good to see him coming back, and what could happen. You put Yachty back in there, see him on the bench. Those things, those are some things that can get you excited. At least it gets me excited, just because I love Yadier Molina. We love him. We love to see him out there. I don't know, but here's Molina talking about being back in town, because he literally, he stepped away a few years ago, but he's going to serve as a guest coach later in the season as well. So he did it for a couple games this weekend. And here's Yachty talking about being back in town.
It was a great news when Olive invited me. I was like, why not go over there and watch some baseball and try to help the team, get better. I mean, we got some young guys that really need some experience that I can bring them and show them. I'm happy to help.
Just being able to have them in the building and talk through stuff is always fun. I enjoy the heck out of it. This is a guy that treated me like gold during the years. I was a first base coach, bench coach, and then I got to manage him in 22. And enjoy the heck out of that relationship. So being able to have him here, if he was going to be in town for 2 days, not inviting him to sit next to me in the dugout would have been a huge miss.
To be back home, this is great. I mean, to watch the field and spend time with the players, the coaches, and obviously at night with the fans. I mean, it's going to be a great experience.
I always want to meet him, of course. He's my favorite player since I was young. But now that I have it here, it's like, oh my God, it's a dream come true. So having him here, like I said before, and then, talk to him a little bit, and then the way that he talked, the way that he expressed is really nice.
I love baseball. I mean, I love being around.
Yadier Molina back in town. Could you see him as a manager of the Cardinals someday? It shows a lot of confidence with Ali Marmol. It's another reason why I like him. Too many times in life, people are so worried about bringing somebody else in. Oh my God, I'm worried about my job. Somebody may look better than me. No, I got to cancel. No, he's not worried about it. He's got the confidence and self-security. It's like, listen, Yachty's been great to me. Of course, I'm going to bring him back. You bring Yachty back and sit him as a coach next to you, and things aren't going great, that would be very easy. Oh, we want Yachty as our manager. So big time kudos, big time respect to Ali Marmol for doing that. And for Yachty coming back too and showing total respect. Well, the Cardinals go out and they take 2 or 3 from the Cubs. Loved it all the way around. That's fun. That's some really good stuff to see. And I don't know, it brings back ideas of yesteryear. All we need is Pujols in there too now.
Right.
Let's put them all in there, baby.
Get Freeze back.
Oh yeah. Oh. So the Cardinals, they're, they needed that. It's fun. Who knows how the season's going to end? I don't know. We'd like to believe they could make the playoffs. I think most Cardinal fans don't think it's a possibility right now. But you never know. 3.5 games out. I know I don't want to. Is it fool's gold? In my humble opinion, it is to think that they're going to make the playoffs because they don't have the pitching. But they are a good team at home. They're 9 games over 500 at home. For a team that's only 1 game over 500 a year, 5 games over at home. That's kind of a big deal. And they're playing one of the worst teams in the league now. Again, the Rockies back in town. They're playing Rockies. They lost 2 or 3 to the Rockies in Colorado. I think they're going to win at least 2 or 3 against the Rockies. So we'll see what happens with that. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, Pro Joe alongside today. YouTube, X, and Facebook is where you can stream us live right now, Arch City Now. You can also learn more about the shows, everything that's coming up on our show and the other shows throughout the day on our website. It's luinfo.com. Once again, it's luinfo.com, trying to focus on everything from a St. Louis standpoint. And of course, these are fun stories, especially it's a whole lot better, especially when the Cardinals are beating their rivals like the Chicago Cubs. And we've had enough of those guys, that's for sure. Another very big story from the weekend when it came to the Cardinals was Bradley Vincent. If you saw any of the telecast, you saw the little kid dressed up in his umpire gear at the games. And Jim the Cat Hayes, who follows us on this network from 8 to 10 every day, did a really cool interview with him the other night, Saturday night. Talking to this kid. Kid's so mature for his age. He might have been the star. He's only 13 years old. He's from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, dreams of becoming a baseball umpire one day. So he was attending each of the Cardinals' 3 games this weekend against the Cubs. And he made his first visit to Busch Stadium in full umpire gear, a helmet, a major league style uniform, gadgets, and more. And he was calling the game from the stands. Giving you the backdrop, Bradley and his dad made the trip after he gained some attention earlier this year at Cardinal spring training in Jupiter, Florida, where he showed up in an umpire uniform and made his own calls from behind the protective netting. So it's really, really cool. All of these things were happening. He got to meet all kinds of umpire. Like he was down there like talking to umpires. Like he was wanting to meet the umpires. Yeah, he did an interview with Fox 2 and hear some of it, but it's just really cool to see this kid given a different perspective to baseball. Here's 13-year-old Bradley Vinson making a national name for himself at the Cardinals game.
My strike zone. Definitely, I love baseball. I can't get enough of baseball. I mean, I personally saved up money just to go to this game, just to go to all the games.
Going to games yourself as an umpire and stuff. How did that start?
Well, it actually started in Cardinal spring training in Jupiter, Florida, because I live in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and I was going to a lot of games in Jupiter. My dad picked me up from school, and he said, hey, we're going to go to the game in Jupiter, and the only way we can go is if you put your umpire down. And I was like, it's going to be so embarrassing. And then I was like, it's all right, fine, I'll do it. The more people I meet, the more connections I get with people, and it's just really exciting.
I'm kind of curious, did you play a lot of baseball in the last few years, or do you just kind of do like umpiring too, or how does that work for you?
So whenever I was about 4, I started baseball, and I was super excited. I loved the game. I moved to Florida, and then I started again, and then I started baseball for about 2 years, and then I became one of the umpires. And then after that, you start umpiring once the first pitch is thrown, and the umpires usually come up to me, and they give me a fist bump or something like that, or something random.
Family and friends, how they help you out with all this?
My dad is really my biggest inspiration ever. He tells me to work hard. If you fall down, always get up. Get up with joy, get up with pride, and get up with heart.
What would you say your kind of like dream in terms of like being involved in baseball and umpiring is someday for you?
Well, definitely my dream is probably to umpire in the World Series in Major League Baseball, and probably call up. And I'll work my way up to baseball, and then minors, majors, and look up to travel ball, perfect game tournaments, and then go to umpire school, and then go to the minor leagues, hopefully, and then
Race fans,
I love it.
John Bomarito here.
People, that's 13-year-old Bradley Vinson from Florida. I guess he's a Cardinals fan. We didn't hear him talk about that, did we? He's an umpire. He can't talk about favorites.
Right.
But it is cool that he got to do that. I mean, literally became the star of the weekend, getting more publicity, more television coverage than the players themselves, than the individual players. Really cool kid. The great dreams of the young from Don on the chat line this morning. Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Glad you guys are with us. Hey, Greg, good morning to you. Ben, everybody else who was jumping in, Tony. Also, Greg, from a sports standpoint over the weekend, Cam Little booted a 70-yard field goal in the NFL. I mean, they're kicking from the other side of the 50 now. Well over. Get decent field position, get 1 first down, and you got 3 points. Cam Little he played at Arkansas. That was where his college playing days was. Now, what's interesting is, we're just talking about it, is the record when you talk about the NFL. The previous record was 66 yards. Actually, Greg, that record still stands because a 70-yarder in a preseason game does not count. Yes, he did it. Yes, there's video of him doing it. But it doesn't count if it's in a preseason game. So Cam Little, who plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, he literally crushed it, but it doesn't count as an official record.
Got to do it again.
Yeah, he's got to do it again. But he shows you he has the leg. I mean, it's his second year with the Jags. I mean, he hit 93% of his field goal attempts last year, but he only hit 5 from 50 yards or more. He's a really good kicker. But you hit a 70-yarder. If it was in a regular season game, it would have counted. And he said, his quote was, "Yeah, it does suck. That means we just have to go out there and make it again." He's like, I was talking to our, quote, director of communications, and I was like, "Dude, does that count?" And he was like, "No, it doesn't. That is unfortunate." So, but still, a 70-yard field goal, what has happened in the game right now? These things, the quality of play, the strength, how these things going down, the plane, all of that. Just a lot going on there. So it was a big weekend for Cam as well, Greg. So I looked down, I saw your comments, your chat. We try to get you guys involved in the show. We appreciate it when you jump in on the chat line as well. Like, subscribe, share the show. You can do it at Arch City Now, at YouTube, Facebook, and X. Once again, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Those are some of the good stories. The other thing about the kid that we're talking about with Bradley is that he says, I'll work my way up from T-ball, then work up to travel ball, then I'll go to umpire school, then hopefully the minor leagues and on to the majors.
He's got a plan.
If you have a plan, there you go. There's most of the battle. Put the plan together. Now you just have to go attack the plan, but you got to have the plan first. And that I've never seen a kid.
Your city with Kelly.
The choice of lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based.
All right.
Okay. Are we still on? It's not break time
so.
yet, right?
Yeah, not until the 29.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So if you have the plan, what that kid does, you're going to be set. You're going to be all right. And the other thing is that now we haven't seen the end of him. And he took a really cool picture with the other umpires too after the game last night. And umpires can do pretty well. I mean, and as well, you do something you love, and then you get to, be a major league umpire at some point. Major League Baseball takes care of them. Here's Major League Baseball umpires earn an average ranging salary, and you travel a lot, from $150,000 a year to $450,000 a year, depending on experience, seniority, and assignments.
But do they pay for their own travel?
No.
Of course. Well, I mean, but you say they make $150,000 a year.
No, travel's taken care of.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Rookie umpires typically started around $150,000 a year. Veterans with several years of experience are upwards of $450,000. And umpiring is not a job that I would ever want to do.
No.
Just hell freaking no. We don't want any part of being an umpire. No way in hell do we want to do that. Lots to come on the show today still. I'm glad you guys are with us. A lot of sports in the first block from that standpoint. We'll get into some stories coming up. Let's talk about the Soulard Farmers Market. Why your phone is not giving you the best weather service that it should. Also, though, when we come right back, tell you about a story because it comes to sports. We're just running out of time. A really cool story with two former Chaminade high school football players playing each other in the NFL the other night. Friends, really cool picture. We'll get into all that coming up. We'll take your comments if you want to do that. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown & Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A 15-year-old girl and her mother were talking in a car early Friday. Investigators believe carbon monoxide poisoning may have caused the teen's death. It happened at her home near the intersection of Ella Boulevard and SH 249 in Northwest St. Louis. A documentary covering gun violence in St. Louis will begin streaming this week. 13 children were killed by bullets in the summer of 2019 in St. Louis, and Catching Bullets sheds light on the people involved and the impacts on the community. It will release on Friday, August 15th. FEMA announced new hours for disaster recovery centers beginning Tuesday. Union Tabernacle MB Church will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. and closed on Saturdays and Sundays. UL STL Entrepreneurship and Women's Business Center will be open Monday through Friday 8 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. It's been 11 years since Michael Brown Jr. was shot and killed in Ferguson by police. Many visited the permanent memorial at 2943 Canfield Drive over the weekend to remember Brown Jr. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Pretty nice for today. We'll get mostly sunny skies. We do have a chance of a shower or thunderstorm, though, and it will be hot, our high going up to 90. For the overnight hours, maybe a shower, mid-70s. Still pretty warm on Tuesday, but we have cold front on the way in. We'll hit the low 90s, sunny in the morning, and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at STLSportsCentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back in. A happy Monday to you. It is 6:34. It is August 11th. It is a Monday, a summer Monday morning throughout the St. Louis metropolitan areas. We get you up and out the door. Cloudy this morning, but the sun is rising. Get another day of just over 90 degrees. Supposed to be a little bit, maybe a little bit cooler. I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate it when you guys jump into the chat line as well. You can do that on X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the chat line right now. Greg says, worst umpires are in the church league. Okay. I hope your plate is doing all right this morning, Greg. That's all right. Ben jumps in. I picked the wrong line of work, considering that umpires are making $150,000 to $450,000 a year. A lot of pressure on that job. That's for sure. Yeah, you might be. And of course, that leans back to the story of 13-year-old Bradley Vinson, who was one of the stars of the weekend series with the Cardinals. Got a lot of hype on the Cardinals network. Loved his interview during the game with Jim the Cat Hayes. And by the way, you can listen to Jim the Cat Hayes and the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen after us from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, rather. Monday through Friday, Hot Take Central 2.0. Once again, that is Hot Take Central 2.0, where you can get that going on. Okay. Cardinals, by the way, speaking of the Cardinals, they're back in action tonight, 3-game series against the Colorado Rockies. You know, we'll see. Cardinals took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. That was nice. Definitely nice to get that. Even if they don't make the playoffs, they took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers. Not a big fan of them. And 2 or 3 from the Cubs in the last week. Not a big fan of the Cubs. So, yeah, we like that. That's for sure. With those things moving forward. Other sporting news from our area. Just another feel-good story. And just, I mean, you talk about kids and having dreams, and Bradley Vinson, the 13-year-old who has dreams of becoming a big league umpire someday, has his plans set out. He's going to work through T-ball and Little League and high school and then go to umpire school. Well, imagine having dreams. And a lot of kids have dreams when they're playing sports, football, soccer, you name it, baseball. But 2 kids that played football at Chaminade, Brady Cook and Amar Johnson, both played at Chaminade, both went to college. When you see them in high school, you're not like, oh my God, those guys are going to be NFL players someday. And they still may not make teams, but there's a chance they will. They played against each other the other night. Brady Cook had a pretty good game. Didn't have to do a ton with the Jets. He's trying to make their roster as an undrafted free agent. Same thing with Amar Johnson. Look at this really cool picture. Brady Cook and Amar Johnson, high school teammates at Chaminade, and getting to play against each other in a preseason game. That's pretty darn cool. I don't know if it gets any better than that, but you look at those two. Brady, of course, as we know, he went to Mizzou and helped lead them to 21 victories in the last 2 years, which really kind of put it helped put Missouri back on the map, which is really, really good. Love that. And then you've also got Amar Johnson, and Amar went to South Dakota State. He was a running back for a couple of years, did really well, got big, strong. He's doing very, very well. And then they get to play each other. So they're both trying to make this team now. And both have a pretty good shot at doing it. And now we see them get a chance to play against each other. And I love seeing it. I just love seeing it. What a great story from Chaminade, those two. And of course, we talked about Chaminade last week. You know, Matthew Tkachuk, of course, spent some time there. He's on the face of the new NHL game. And of course, Oh, yeah, one of the best NBA players coming back from that Achilles tendon surgery. Jason Tatum, he won a title. Yeah, those people at Chaminade are feeling pretty good these days. Yeah, Jason Tatum representing the school, NBA champion. Matthew Tkachuk, who just obviously won his second straight Stanley Cup title. Now he's pretty much the face of the NHL. Brady Cook, who had a terrific career at Mizzou, now trying to make the Jets and playing. And then, of course, Amar Johnson. So, yeah, they need to grab the alumni department together and make sure that they're putting all those pictures there and sending out for cash. That's what they need to do right now. Help us with our athletic department. So congrats to them. It's always, we love those feel-good stories, which you start to see. And, that's what we try to focus here in St. Louis as well. Just some really fun, good things that are happening from that standpoint. Also, though, and then, of course, yeah, somebody brought up Cam Little again. Yeah, he's second-year kicker with the Jags. He kicked a 70-yard field goal over the weekend. It didn't count officially because it has to be during an NFL regular season game to count. The record's 66 yards in a game. His was 70. Maybe he'll get a shot to do it again. Love it when you guys jump in on the chat line. You can do that as well. We try to get your comments out there on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Arch City Now is the place where you go. Greg jumped in. I was curious about some of his comments. I asked if the plate in his head was affecting him on this Monday morning. He says he hasn't heard any voices since he replaced the metal plate with a graphite composite one. It's all about technology, improving. There you go. But each time you open up your skull, I'm sure it doesn't do very well. So we're just hoping that you're going to have a good day. We're trying to have a good day, as you know. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855 282-8255, 855-282-8255. Okay. Projo, you doing all right today? Or are you just tired? I haven't heard much from you today. Or is that just because I've had so much to talk about, I haven't really had to stop?
A little bit of everything. It's a Monday. I'm dragging.
All right. Mondays are when you should be fresh. I've never believed in that BS. Mondays, you've had an entire weekend to rest up.
Well,
Fridays is when I'm exhausted.
It depends if you had a busy weekend.
Oh, what does that mean? Busy? Were you busy like B-I-Z-Z-I-E?
Busy, yeah.
Oh, Projo.
I had some things. Well, I mean,
I like it. Busy.
Well, I went to Shane Gillis on Saturday.
Dude, I forgot to bring that up already. What? Okay. Shane Gillis time. Number one, were you allowed to shoot video?
Not video.
Because I have a friend who posted a shot of shooting video of Shane Gillis and he was near the stage.
Yeah, you weren't supposed. Well, they say before it started, before they brought out the first opener, they tell you not to take video. You can take photos, but if you take video, Shane's going to come up and kick your butt. Yeah.
Well, I have a friend who posted some video. And he was near the stage. It was almost looked like right as he was getting ready to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they brought, because I guess he was sitting down most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Who? Shane?
Was Shane sitting down?
No,
Shane
was standing.
He had a stool though, right?
Yeah, he had a stool, but he had 2 beers on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't sitting on it.
Okay, whoa. You just brought up something. What kind of beers did Shane
They
Gillis
were
have?
Bud Light bottles, it looked like.
Of course he's
a Bud Light drinker.
Well, of course he wasn't going to put in something that was not going to be St. Louis, right?
Well, and he did talk about going to the brewery. He's a Bud Light drinker. Like every time you see him on a show where he's able to drink or whatever, he's drinking a Bud Light.
Well, didn't he do some, were those Bud Light commercials that he did for the Super Bowl?
I think maybe, yeah. Could be. Have to look that up.
Okay, well, give me your synopsis. How did it work? How did you think the show went? Because now we knew that was darn near sold out, right?
Yeah, it was really close. It wasn't quite sold out. He had 3 openers, Anthony Moore, Rick Voss, and Joe DeRosa, who are all really good.
So you'd heard of them? I had never heard of them.
I've heard of 2 of them. Anthony Moore, I've never heard of. He was really good, though, as well. So I don't think Shane Gillis is going to tour with an okay comedian. They were all really good. And it's the Joe DeRosa and Rick Voss are both really seasoned professional. You'd probably know them if you saw them. Most people don't know them by name. But Shane actually killed it. So the first 3 came out, did 15-minute sets, and then Shane came out and killed it for about an hour. And
An hour? What time? Okay,
Yeah.
what time did the show start?
I've
I've always wondered how
I
that
don't remember.
happened.
It ended around 10:30 though, and yeah, like I said, the first 3 came out, did 15 minutes, and Shane did an hour or so.
On a scale of 1 to 10, and you're pretty tough when it comes to comics. Now you also love Shane Gillis,
Well, yeah,
so I'm curious. Was he what kind of grade would, or what kind of number would you give
I
him?
wasn't disappointed. I mean, there was definitely quite a few belly laughs throughout the whole thing. I mean, he was hilarious. I mean, he tried some new material, which he doesn't normally
I
do.
heard he got into some political things like he always
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
He can do
he's a
that.
little conservative, and I was surprised to see.
He is. He's conservative.
Yeah,
He
it
talks
seemed-
about it too.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he leans conservative.
Because at the ESPYs, he ripped everybody.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he does do that. However, you can tell he's a little conservative. And I was surprised to see such a good response and everybody
Oh, yeah,
like
there you go.
responding in St. Louis to a conservative comedian.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I mean,
I saw his wife posting pictures of him. Have you seen her?
I haven't.
She's a
no.
pretty lady.
I could imagine so. He did talk about her, said that she's in it for the money.
Yeah, of course. I went by my tongue. Do I say? I've been told, not everyone, but that's the most attractive feature.
Yeah.
On a man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Must be the money.
You got money, you're hot.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Yeah, all in all, it was a good show. It was worth going down there. My son.
Next up, Matt Rife, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me how that goes. I'm not going
That's
to
right.
that one.
That's right. Next month.
Is that at Enterprise as well?
It's at Enterprise.
Right.
It sure as heck is. It's coming back up. So I'll have to give you an idea of Matt Rife.
Yeah. I can imagine that's going to be a good one too. I mean, they're both really good comedians.
Who is more popular right now than Shane Gillis, if there is anybody? I ran into some friends literally at a gas station. They were on their way down there the other night before Saturday. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're just going to a comedian. I was like, let me guess, Shane Gillis. Yeah, I can't believe that. And then we started talking about Matt Rife and going to that one. So they said the same thing with you about Shane Gillis coming to St. Louis. It's like, oh, we don't know. We know a lot of his stuff. Is he going to have new material and so forth? But all in all, I heard it was a really good show. So you said you enjoyed it and you were glad you had a chance to go.
Yeah, and you asked who was bigger than Shane Gillis. That would be Joe Rogan.
You keep saying Joe Rogan, and I keep saying I don't see him as a comedian.
See,
I
you don't know him as a stand-up. He was
No.
a stand-up comedian before he was anything.
No, that's BS.
I swear.
He was
You have
doing.
to look up some old.
He was doing Fear Factor before
He
he
was
a
a
comedian. I thought.
stand-up comedian before he
Before?
was Fear Factor. Yep.
You're sure?
I'm 100% positive.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. From the chat line, Greg says, just saw attention Cougars. I don't even know about Cougars. There'd have to be another word for this.
Oh, God.
Rod Stewart will be performing at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater this Friday. I'd liked Rod Stewart. And when I was in high school, I did. I liked Rod Stewart. I could go do that.
Yeah. He was an 80s icon.
I could definitely go do that. Go see some Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Greg. If you're heading out to that show, that's a really cool one. Glad you guys are with us today. And well, hey, the other thing I was going to ask you, what about, what was what time did the show end?
About 10:30.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And my, soon-to-be daughter-in-law, she got a really good package on parking. So we were like, it literally, we had to walk across the street to get to Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
And when we left, it was like 10 minutes to get on the highway. It really was not that hard at all.
Oh, and you're not getting, that's not too late.
No.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That really is a good deal.
It was a good experience all in all.
Thank you, Angie. Good to see you. Good morning. Thank you for jumping in and watching the show with us today. a lot of stories that we're covering already, as we do Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. All things St. Louis. We love it. It makes it a whole lot easier when there's some really good material to be talking about as well, especially in the dog days of August. But if you guys have anything that's specific that you want to talk about from the weekend, we've done a lot of the Cardinals talk, broken down that situation. Pro Joe, who I forgot to ask about till we got about 45 minutes into the show today, about Shane Gillis.
I figured we'd talk about it eventually.
Yeah, well, eventually we did. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that those things worked out. Hey, by the way, I just wanted to make sure because of my goofy phone this morning. We are live right now on Facebook, right?
We should be.
Okay, good, because my darn phone, my technology, people know I'm learning. I'm trying to get better.
You do have issues with technology.
I think it's a comparative thing, though. I don't think I'm just that bad. Am I? I'm not challenged.
You are technically challenged.
I haven't, but I'm going to get technically better. Technically better. Okay.
We are online.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Morning, Vic. Yes. Angie says hi. Thanks for jumping in the chat line, guys. Also, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us from 8 to 10 o'clock every day as well. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show, and letting people know what we have going on all the way around. We want to talk about some craziness, too, when we come from the comedians and the things that were happening around town. Okay. The weather and everything. Who checks their phone for weather? I do.
All the time.
And does this mean I need to get one of the local TV stations?
What do you mean?
Like you go to like a KSTK, KMOV, Fox weather app, and just do that? Because I just go to my app that says weather on my phone.
Yeah, which is usually like weather.com.
Yeah. I guess it depends.
Yeah.
But a study was done and people were complaining, and I was complaining about this a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, wait a second. This says the heat index is only like 96 and other people says it's like 112. And I'm like, something must be wrong with the phone. Well, sure enough, I went and saw what happened here. I don't know how it is with you guys throughout the St. Louis area. The accuracy of weather forecast on your phones can be affected by several factors. Had no idea. Data quality is one of them. Data quality. The accuracy of the weather forecast relies heavily on the data they use. So you can have different weather apps using different models and data sources. So that can lead to different. Projo's giving me a look on his face like it stunk. And by the way, you are allowed to show yourself on camera, Projo.
Well, I know.
Sometimes people see you. Sometimes people hear you.
When I was talking about Shane Gillis, I was up the entire time.
Oh, you were?
I was.
You got one past me. Forecast limitations. Weather forecasting is inherently uncertain, of course, especially when predicting weather beyond a few days, especially in St. Louis. As I've told you, Dave Murray, good friend, told me he came to St. Louis because this was the challenge. Dave could have gone anywhere and was at a lot of big time places. He's like, it is a challenge to predict weather in St. Louis. But I think you guys know that already. Model variability. The models used to generate the forecast can differ significantly between apps. So that's why your phone may say one thing as opposed to somebody else's when it comes to the weather. And then they say local conditions, such as topography, geography, seasonal patterns. They can influence the accuracy of forecast. Different weather models may perform better in certain regions than others. So that's why you can have some difference when it comes to these weather apps.
Sound like all excuses.
I know. There's a lot of excuses that are built in for predicting weather. To ensure a more accurate forecast, it's recommended to check the National Weather Service or consult with a local TV meteorologist for their forecast. These professionals are familiar with the specific weather models and data sources that work best in the region. So you got to pop one of those bad boys up, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the look that you're giving me is like, Vic, yeah, not buying it. We see. We'll see what's going on. The looks on your face. August 11th, guys, 6:53 is our time. This is Arch City now. It's gonna be hot again. Of course, we knew that. Just about 91 today. That's what my phone says 91. I don't know what anybody else's says, but mine says 91. What does your phone say, Projo, if you have time?
Literally 89.
89.
Yeah.
89 for the high. Actually, I take that back. I digress. Mine says 88. And then for the week, it's 88, 89, 85, 87, 91. Then the 90s come back next week. Chance of rain Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's just from the straight app phone. That's not from like KSDK, KMOV, Fox 2, any of those. So we all have a chance to look at that.
Apparently the app on my phone goes through weather.com, which is the Weather Channel's website.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense too. Angie says, do you still do the other show as well, Vic? No, we don't. Cancel this. We put that on hiatus. It was taking a break.
Yeah.
So we started this Arch City Now show, and we appreciate it. Greg says, by the way, the Weather Channel and his Weather Channel is his hands and his legs.
Which is pretty accurate, I have to say. Every time he complains, it rains.
I know. Angie also says she checks her phone all the time to get that forecast, to get the weather. Looking just down at the app, the phone, to see what's good, what's not, all of those things. So we'll see. Keep checking it. One other thing I wanted to get into, we'll sneak it in before we do the end of the break. Last week, we told you about a dog attack at Forest Park. A guy was playing with 3 dogs. It was 3 dogs, playing with 3 dogs. And then they ran after this person who was walking by. The owner jumps up out of the grass and gets the dogs back after the people were bitten. They refused medical attention. Then the owner just jumped in his car and took off. It's like, okay. Then over the weekend, we have another situation at Forest Park. A runner with a running club who was running by themselves at the time was brutally attacked by 3 dogs. Guess what? The 3 dogs were also with an owner, unchained. The first attack, the dogs were unchained. And then in this attack, the dogs were unchained.
And it was 3 dogs the first time as well, right?
Yes.
So this could very well be the same person.
Maybe, buddy. Maybe.
I think they'd be completely, what's the word? Slow to go back and do it again. But
the runner said he could see the dogs coming. He looked up and 3 dogs on top of the hill started charging him. I don't know if anybody's ever been attacked by a dog or had dogs start to chase him. I had a dog chase me once, and yeah, it'll scare the hit out of you. That's for sure. I don't care how big, bad, tough you are. It does, even if you can fight the dog off. So the runner ended up sustaining critical injuries to the body. They said that he's going to have some plastic surgery for gashes on his forearms, a puncture wound in his upper arm, a tear in his leg and thigh. Had to get 30 rabies shots as well. We can talk about that too when we come back after the break. So many more stories we'll get into. That's already 1 hour done very, very, very fast. That's a fast hour, fastest hour in St. Louis podcasting right here. Thank you guys. Don't go anywhere. Like, subscribe, share the show. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Back with more right after this.
Cards in your wallet. I'm about to explode and pop like a balloon. You're using me and my brothers way too much. Your credit cards aren't the only ones annoyed. It's your paycheck that doesn't have enough to pay everything. Save your credit cards, your paycheck, and yourself a lot of PAIN. Pain. Call the debt helpline now, not tomorrow, right now. Our experts will show you how you can cut your interest rates and your payments on your credit cards in half. Credit card companies have special assistance programs designed to help you. Make this 100% free call right now and learn how you could get out of credit card debt. Here's the number.
800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. 800-406-6569. That's 800-406-6569. Paid for by Zero Debt.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with Eyesight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
The spokesperson for the State Department. Now, in a post on Truth Social, Trump said since starting his second term, Bruce has done a fantastic job. The president said she will represent our nation brilliantly. He also added Bruce will have the rank of ambassador. President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin are set to get together in Alaska Friday to discuss ending the war in Ukraine. Trump announced the meeting on social media this past Friday, but didn't offer details on where the meeting will be held. The NYPD says 3 people were shot in Times Square early Saturday morning and a teenager's under arrest.
Police say it happened around 1:30 a.m. at 44th Street and 7th Avenue when the 17-year-old pulled a gun during an argument with a 19-year-old and fired 3 times. That victim, cops say, was the intended target and was hit in the foot. Meantime, a 65-year-old man was shot in the leg and an 18-year-old woman, a tourist, was grazed in the neck. Both of them, police say, were innocent bystanders, and all the victims are expected to recover. I'm Lisa Salvati.
The Georgia Bureau of Investigations has identified the gunman who is accused of opening fire at the Atlanta-based CDC campus at Emory University.
The suspect is Patrick White, a 30-year-old from Kennesaw. He died during the shooting Friday. A DeKalb County police officer also lost his life. Officer David Rose was responding to a report of gunfire at the CDC campus at Emory University, fatally shot by White. DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran Johnson said the 33-year-old leaves a family behind.
A wife without a husband, 3 children, 1 unborn without a father.
I'm Liz Kennedy.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE-40.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in a special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198. Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. It is Monday morning. Our time is 7:05. It is August 11th, and we are getting you up and going on a beautiful sunny Monday morning of summer in the St. Louis area, and we've got a lot to get into. Jump in on the show if you want to through X, Facebook, and YouTube. Get on the chat line. You can also stream us there at Arch City Now. Once again, Arch City Now. If you want to give us a call, the phone number 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. LouInfo.com. Once again, LouInfo.com. From the chat line, Greg says, this is not a joke. Formerly being in the plumbing industry, one thing you learned is that water finds its level. Always. It always does. And I'm in the construction business on the side too when it comes to roofing and exterior. And let me tell you something. If you don't have a great roof and you have water will find openings. And you're like, what? No, it'll cause damage. It's just a matter of time. He said, so however, pressure, getting back to water, however, pressure can change the volume of water. Getting to the point, when a strong storm comes in, the level in my toilet will drop. Crazy, I know.
I think that has to do with the pressure inside the house.
In the house. That's what I would think.
Yeah, because it pushes the water that's currently in the
I
toilet
agree.
down the drain, and it doesn't fill it back up because you didn't hit the handle.
I completely agree. Linda says, as we were talking about before we went to break, that is terrible about the attack. We were talking about a dog attack. I don't know if anybody's ever been bitten by dogs, attacked by dogs. There was one in Forest Park last week, another one here over the weekend. A runner had a situation where 3 dogs attacked them. Not one, not two, 3 dogs attacked a runner. We don't know what kind of dogs. We just know that the person had to go to the hospital. 30 rabies shot. 30 rabies shots.
And you know where you got to get those?
In your wound.
Yes.
You get them right in the womb. Each one of the bite, there were 30 wounds, 30 open wounds. You have to get a rabies shot in each one of them.
It's like torture.
Oh, it gets worse. You have to continue to get them for 2 weeks. The victim didn't want to be identified. The owner of the dogs has not been identified, but the victim said the owner had to use a baseball bat to get the dogs off the runner.
That sounds like pit bulls.
I know it sounds, I don't want to characterize that.
I mean, a baseball bat.
I know it sounds, we don't know that for sure, but it sounds like it could be. So that's what the chat line was talking about. We were talking about that story going to the break. It doesn't say anything about being leashed or unleashed. I'm assuming they were unleashed.
Yeah.
They weren't being held by an owner, that's for sure. 2 times in 2 weeks, attacks over at Forest Park on runners, and 3 dogs together in each one of them. So bizarre.
It's not a dog park, people.
Interesting. That's it. That you'd, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, where are we going with this one? Oh, yeah. So what are you going to do? I mean, you get charged as an owner for something like that, right?
Yeah. And the animals are usually euthanized.
Oh, man.
Which is the sad, really sad part.
I
about
know.
it.
I wasn't even thinking about that. And I'm
All
like,
because the
yep.
owner didn't want to use a leash. Now their animals have to die.
Yeah. And that's BS. That's total BS. And that's probably what's going to happen.
Yep.
Because he had to beat him off with a baseball bat. I mean, what kind of damage are you having to do to your dog just to beat him off at that point in time, too?
And why are you bringing a baseball bat with you just in case this happens?
Or
is for
it has
protection?
happened and you know.
Right.
Or you have a baseball bat in the car. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. Or if you were playing baseball, who knows? We don't have all the details with that
Yeah.
situation. But, man, that makes you think. I don't know. Has anybody else ever been attacked by a dog, bitten by a dog? I haven't. I was just chased by one once. And that was it. I was a kid. We had little fences, and I hopped a fence, and I was fine.
Animals love me. I'd never get attacked.
I was in a yard I was not supposed to be in. That's why the dog was
Yeah.
doing its job. That dog is just fine. All right, we need to transition from the big bad mean to something sweet with Darth Vader. We need a shot of Darth Vader. Our show. There we go.
I knew it was coming.
There's Darth.
A little palate cleanser.
I've never met Darth,
He's
but I
coming
love
in
Darth.
soon.
That dog, I love Darth. He always looks like he always looks like he took a gummy. And it's all right. You have a dog gummy.
You know they need dog gummies for storms.
Don't they
He needs
have
a dog
them for
gummy. I think they
storms?
do actually.
I thought they did
Yeah, I think
for
they do.
storms.
Yeah, I think they're hemp actually.
I think when we had Ham on the show with Route 66, I
Mhm.
thought he's like, yeah, we got a little treat for your dog too for the storms, and not just storms, but fireworks.
Yep. Calming treats.
Yeah, I help take care of my friend's dog every now and then. And when the fireworks were all taking place, the poor dog, cute little Gracie, she wouldn't even go outside. She didn't even want to go outside to go to the bathroom because she was so afraid of the fireworks that had been going off.
Yeah, my dog hates them too.
It's like, yeah. Are there dogs that just love fireworks though?
There are dogs. I mean, some people take their dogs to the displays, and the dogs will
Hmm.
sit there, and they're unfazed. But most dogs, it's not for them.
Yeah, I understand. I get it. Well, we did the palate cleanser with Darth Vader, our show mascot dog. St. Louis City SC unveiled their dog at the end of last week. Petey. Check out Petey. Petey with St. Louis City SC is their new dog. And this is the dog. It's kind of a mascot dog. We were telling you that they were trying to get, and it's a trained dog that works with all kinds of people. It's a 2-year-old English Labrador Retriever, beautiful dog, trained and a trained and certified facility dog as well. They're going to use it throughout the entire operation. It was a great call by the organization. So Petey, Petey, was trained by the Champ Assistance Dogs and is going to serve as an ambassador for City SC in the community, as well as providing well-being support to the players, coaches, front office staff, support players, and fans. Petey had some competition. Petey was one of 7 dogs in the running to become the team pet. So they said with the consultation of the Purina pet experts, they selected Petey because of his easygoing nature and ability to adapt to large groups and crowds. So Petey made his debut at Energizer Park the other night when City SC beat Nashville 7-3. So, yeah, we're glad to see that. Cindy says good morning. And so if you go to a game, you'll see Petey taking care of business. Beautiful dog. Of course, whatever dog they chose, as you see the dog right now with some of the players. Yeah, a beautiful dog. Look Look at that.
He looks pretty laid back.
He's laid back. He's just looking for his next meal. It's all good.
Who's
Life
gonna-
is
who's
good.
gonna pet me next?
Who's going to pet me next? Living a life of luxury, that dog is. So congratulations to the team with that. From the chat line, Greg says, yes, I was attacked. Of course it would be Greg. Attacked by a dog in my neighborhood, fought it off with a metal Scooby-Doo lunchbox. Okay.
How fitting.
Good morning to you, Cindy. Thanks for jumping in. This is Art City Now. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., bringing you all the stories in St. Louis. Thank you for your support. We appreciate you guys being with us all the time, as you are. Setting the stage again backwards, the Cardinals had a big weekend, 2 of 3 from the Cubs. That's big. That's good. Yadier Molina was back on Saturday, Friday and Saturday. He's going to come back and guest coach alongside his good friend Ali Marmol later in the season. We'll be getting into that as well coming up later in the show. They did win, though, last night, 3-2 on Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. They took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers last week. They're game over 500. They're 3.5 out for the final wild card spot. They don't have a tough schedule. Wainwright says, don't be surprised if you see him competing for that spot. I don't know. They don't have the team to do it. Who knows? This is why I continue and have continued to give Ali Marmol praise when many other people said he shouldn't be the manager. Anyway, I like him. And I like the fact that he had the humbleness, true humbleness, to invite Yadi back and sit next to him, because that takes a lot of gumption to say, hey, I know everybody loves Yadi, would love him probably be a manager, but I'm going to bring him and sit him right next to me during the games. Confidence. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Ali, for doing that. So many times in life, people who don't have like pride and, they'll sit back and they'll be kind. Those people don't get enough credit, or people will rip them because they'll take their kindness and meekness as a weakness. But I still think he's doing a very good job with the tools that he was given to work with. Ali Marmol, that is just my humble opinion. So they took care of business there. Yadi was back in town. That was positive, no doubt about that. From the chat line, Vic, next week, can you give us the top high school football teams and top high school football athletes in 2025? Sure, we can give a segment if people are into it. I can say what the games are because it is all St. Louis. Yeah, and I will know. It's something I look at on the side. So obviously, it's of interest to me. And sure, we'll do that. I'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to start doing that. We'll figure out a way to somehow do that here on Art City Now, because we are about promoting everything in St. Louis. We're about promoting the good that's happening, the positive, your communities, your high schools, your whatever.
Maybe we can get the guys from Football 360 to do a quick segment to update everybody, so we could have a Football 360 segment on our show.
Yeah, maybe we could do that. Those guys do great. Matt Bierman, JP Rock, they do a show out of our studio. It's on our network here with luinfo.com. I believe it's Saturday mornings, and then isn't it been moved to 11 o'clock?
Yes.
Saturday. Check out the Football 360 show, all about high school football recruiting. I mean, you're not going to find a better high school football show. And I would ask people, if you watched it, try to find a better high school football show around the country when it comes to recruiting and information. Matt Bierman, of course, he was Brady Cook's quarterback coach, the Gabbert brothers. JP Rock does a phenomenal job with the recruiting side of things as well. It's all about the Lou. You're right, Tony. And that's what we try to do at Art City Now, not only with this show, but Hot Take Central 2.0, which follows us every day with Cam Jansen, the former Blue, and Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster, but all the other shows, which you can learn about and check out our website at luinfo.com. Once again, it is luinfo.com. We were on the Cardinals really quick. Yadi was back in town. I thought this was interesting. I saw it on a Facebook page site. And, we don't talk tons of sports. We talk a little bit of sports. We talk everything here. But I was curious about what people thought about this polling, this list that they put out here. List from Facebook, top 10 Cardinals of all time, position players. position players. It's a group. I was starting to follow St. Louis Cardinals Fans Unite. St. Louis Cardinals Fans Unite. Top Cardinal players of all time. Number one, I agree. I think I have to agree, Stan Musial. You have to put Stan there. Number two, I would say in a close second or 1B, Albert Pujols. You have to. Those two. 3, Ozzie Smith. This is the group they put together. 4, Lou Brock. 5, Yadi Molina. 6, Jim Edmonds. 7, Rogers Hornsby. 8, Ken Boyer. 9, Matt Holliday. An interesting one. And 10, Enos Slaughter. What do you guys think about that list? I saw it, and at first glance, I was like, yeah, I could see that. I could totally go with that. Ryan, you were not supposed to know. Does my voice sound that way? I keep hitting the cough button. You don't hear me coughing. Does my voice just sound like it's I need Claritin?
He could be watching and noticing that you hit the
maybe that's what's going on. Maybe, but here's the other thing. I drink coffee. I only put a little bit of cream in it, and it's only when I drink coffee. When I'm not drinking coffee, there's no stuffy wuffy stuff is all.
I was thinking it was like acid reflux.
No. Yeah. Greg says it's just a guess, but I'm sure we will get reports on the Mizzou Tigers football team. Well, we do some of those here. Yeah, we'll talk Mizzou football. But we also do it every Monday. Myself and Grant Salzman host a show called MIZZOU. Mondays, 10 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock, right here on KLIS, actually luinfo.com, where it's everything about Mizzou sports, a lot of Mizzou football right now, as they are getting set for their first game in a few weeks after having some of the scrimmages that they have had. I mean, there have been some local warranted stories so far today, which is why we've covered them. Greg says he puts Ozzie number 2. He put him as number 2 over Albert Pujols. Said he had every gold glove in the 80s. Yeah, I saw that. That is impressive. That's interesting. Yeah. Ozzie, Albert, Stan. Those 3. Yeah, no, I get it, dude. I get it. But it isn't. I saw that and I thought that was pretty damn interesting when you look at trying to create a list that you have with all of those people. Some of you may have seen it earlier, but I wanted to show it again. Just Bradley Vinson, 13-year-old umpire, goes to games, was down in Jupiter in the spring, wants to be an umpire. He goes to the games in his outfits. He was just awesome over the weekend. The Cardinals telecast did some really good interviews with him. Fox did a one-on-one with him as well. Do we have that played up again? I just want to, if we do, great. If we don't, Projo, that's fine. Or if you just showed a picture of him, I could care less. It's all good. I just thought it was a really, really cool deal that the Cardinals telecast gave him so much airtime. He wants to be a professional umpire. He goes to the games in full umpire gear, and he calls the games from the stands. And he travels around and does it. So that was another really positive thing, fun thing from the weekend, which not only brought him some notoriety, but around the country too. Why not come to Baseball Town and launch your marketing media career as an umpire? Dad knew that would happen, which is great. And the kid performs. Yeah. We're showing him right now, calling strike. I mean, he already looks like a little mini guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a mini umpire.
Yep.
That's his goal. Says he's going to start in T-ball, work his way up to the little leagues, maybe do some high school, and then go to umpire school. He may go to umpire school early before that too.
Kind of looks like the kid off of Roseanne. I forget his name.
So do I. I don't know. I love the show. I love us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan said he could see me hitting the cough button. Just get a little stuffed up. Those are allergies that we deal with. It's all good, my friend. It is all good. Okay. You know what? While we're here, we might as well. Now we'll keep that. We'll keep the sports. We'll do the other part a little bit later. Okay. I don't know what's happening, but over in Kirkwood, a car crashed into a house. We're literally right across the street from Kirkwood High School. You can see the video. There are turns in life, and especially throughout the St. Louis area, that are so bad that if you're going too fast and not paying attention, you're going to be in somebody's front room. I've looked at that. When I've looked at houses, I've always looked like the street. And I'm like, could a car come flying through there? But this one, this car, look at that. Oh my Lord.
They had to have been.
Everybody's
flying.
alive. But this happened early Sunday morning. It literally, the car veered off Doherty Ferry and plowed through a yard and smashed into the home. I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen. And it's not the first time that it's happened here. That's what the neighbors say. So how do you change that? I mean, a neighbor said that they're on a curve and it's a sharp curve. And then people may just not be aware, but too many cars have ended up in her front yard.
Big boulders on the curve.
Yeah. Even across the street into the high school, they go flying. Nobody was hurt, but you see the damage. I mean, that's just brutal. I mean, brutal, brutal, brutal. The house gets crushed. The neighbors say that they need larger warning signs. Or they actually said that they were put there years ago, but people still keep crashing. A neighbor said that at least one accident there once a year. That's insane.
I'd be moving.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's easy to say, but you have certain people doing into some of those things. It just, I don't know. Speaking of safety, too, there was a push yesterday morning for safety on Gravois Road for cyclists and pedestrians. And cyclists have a right to, I mean, I know some people, it's an interesting topic because some people get upset with cyclists being on the roads, and cyclists like, well, we're legally here. And, you know, I told you every cyclist I know has been in an accident. I almost saw one get plowed in the Chesterfield Wildwood area on Saturday as well. So they're petitioning, safety advocates are petitioning the city of St. Louis to take some action, claiming that traffic and safety improvements along Gravois need to happen in St. Louis City because the cyclists and pedestrians have gotten hit and continue to. So if you live in that area, and we try to cover every nook and cranny of the St. Louis area, let us know. Or if there's another area that needs to be focused on that we can push that out to, we certainly will as well, just to make sure that people are as safe as possible. If anybody have had those experiences, that's what the show's about, for you to share experiences. And that's why we appreciate it when you guys jump in and tell us everything that's happening in your area and some of the things that you'd like to see changed. You name it, we try to talk about it. And that's why I appreciate when you guys jump in on the show. We are Arch City Now. I am Vic Faust. Projo's alongside as well. By the way, you can watch us on X and YouTube and Facebook. We really do appreciate that. You can give us a call if you want to as well. The phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, 855-282-8255. And if you have an idea for a guest, they don't have to be some well-known person. We're just trying to promote St. Louis. All the niches and anything and everything that's happening, anything that you guys want to talk about, we are grateful. 855-282-8255 is the number. And or you can email us at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com. Still to come, Soulard's Farmer Market is kicking butt and better than ever. We'll tell you why. We'll get into that. Where are the best ribs locally from national restaurants? Interesting poll that was done. Best ribs from national chains in the St. Louis area. And the fastest growing jobs in the U.S., what are they? Think about it. What are the fastest growing jobs in the U.S. right now? That might surprise you a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe not. And also, we'll just recap that story with the two Chaminade friends, former players, playing in an NFL game against each other the other night. That's really, really cool when you look at some of those things that are happening. Plus, anything else that you guys want to talk about, It's up to you. Let us know. Jump in on the chat line. We are Arch City Now. Projo's alongside. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. And once again, Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Follow us from 8 to 10, Monday through Friday. We'll be right back with those stories right after this. Jump in the show. Let us know if you want to talk.
The Lou Information Station, a whole new way to enjoy content, created just for those of us in the St. Louis area. It's a whole new way to advertise and promote your business. Reach out and find out just how different we are. If you're tired of one-sided advertising offerings or your traditional media rep trying to shove digital marketing down your throat, visit louinfo.com and click on advertising. Or email partnerships@louinfo.com for more information.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. But don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo chicken pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we offer so much for free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A 15-year-old girl and her mother were talking in a car early Friday. Investigators believe carbon monoxide poisoning may have caused the teen's death. It happened at her home near the intersection of Ella Boulevard and SH 249 in Northwest St. Louis. A documentary covering gun violence in St. Louis will begin streaming this week. 13 children were killed by bullets in the summer of 2019 in St. Louis, and Catching Bullets sheds light on the people involved and the impacts on the community. It will release on Friday, August 15th. FEMA announced new hours for disaster recovery centers beginning Tuesday. Union Tabernacle MB Church will be open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. and closed on Saturdays and Sundays. ULSTL Entrepreneurship and Women's Business Center will be open Monday through Friday 8 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. It's been 11 years since Michael Brown Jr. was shot and killed in Ferguson by police. Many visited the permanent memorial at 2943 Canfield Drive over the weekend to remember Brown Jr. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. Pretty nice for today. We'll get mostly sunny skies. We do have a chance of a shower or thunderstorm, though, and it will be hot, our high going up to 90. For the overnight hours, maybe a shower, mid-70s. Still pretty warm on Tuesday, but we have cold front on the way in. We'll hit the low 90s, sunny in the morning, and scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklasz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begin.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
Good Monday morning. Happy Monday. Welcome back into the show. 7:34 is the time. It's August 11th. Sun is up. A little bit of a cloudy day. Not going to be too terribly hot when you consider August in St. Louis. Looks like the highs around 87, 88 today. And we're getting going like we do Monday through Friday from 6 to 8 a.m. Once again, you know, Hot Take Central 2.0 comes up at 9 today, so you can stay right here with us and listen to Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. Love it when you jump in on the chat line on Facebook, X, and YouTube at Arch City Now. Greg jumped in. He just said it's been nuts lately. 4 people I know in accidents in 3 days. And just this weekend, 2 cars flipped over on Lindbergh just in the Florissant area. I agree. It does seem like there's been a lot more accidents recently. I don't know why. It's very, very interesting. I don't know. All right. Thanks for bringing it up. And then, of course, we saw that comes on the heels of the story about the car running right through the front of the house in Kirkwood, off Doherty Ferry, right in front of Kirkwood High School, where it's been happening a lot. So, if any other turns or areas or roads you think need more signs or safety, you can certainly let us know and put that out there into the stratosphere so that we can make sure people know about that. Love this story from the weekend too. Brady Cook obviously had a really good career with Mizzou as a football player, quarterback, trying to make the Jets right now and having a pretty good preseason camp from all intents and purposes. His teammate, Amar Johnson, teammate from Chaminade, Amar Johnson, went to South Dakota State, was starting running back there for a couple of years, had a really good career. Well, he's trying to make the Packers. So those two got to play against each other in preseason the other night. And I know this isn't the first time it's happened where 2 teammates go and play against each other, but there were 2 Chaminade students. And I thought it was really cool. You see them together here, Brady and Amar. And then you think about, you know, kids' dreams. And could you imagine that they're literally sitting there in an NFL preseason game, playing each other and getting to take a picture with each other? I just think it's so darn cool. And not only for them, but for Chaminade, they get to talk about, you know, hey, we got 2 guys trying to play in the NFL. We've got Matthew Tkachuk, who's the face of the NHL new video game, just won his 2nd NHL Stanley Cup title. Jason Tatum won an NBA championship last year. Chaminade. It's like, dang. So lots of hype surrounding that school. And it's just a really cool story too, to see 2 kids. And you just hope that they both can make their teams and be playing in the NFL. And Brady's got a really good shot of doing that too. I'm not sure about Amar and what's happening for Amar, but certainly Brady does with the Jets. And he has certainly looked good. And if not the Jets, maybe getting picked up by somebody else. And they're St. Louisans. And that's what this show is about, promoting that as much as we possibly can. By the way, I thought this was also pretty darn interesting. We like to, promote anything that's happening here and the good that's going on. I don't know if anybody has been or seen, and I haven't been. I was just told about it. Then I saw something that was on air about it. But it comes to, it's National Farmers Market Week. which means it's the time to celebrate the role in our nation's food systems. And believe it or not, one of the country's oldest, most popular, and best farmers market is Soulard. It's Soulard. I remember the first time I went there as a kid, I was like, dang. But it's getting even better if you haven't been there. But Soulard Farmers Market, it's not only a tourist destination, but it's also a historic landmark. That's according to their market manager, Bob Ray. And it's been there forever. And everybody knows about the farmers market and how popular it is. But, there's over 100 vendors, including 6 local farms. That's crazy. I had no idea it was even that big with that many vendors. And the farmers market's also going to get some significant improvements coming up to the exterior, make it look better. New roofing, new electrical. The money that they're getting is also going to allow the market to get some new banners, tarps, signs, more, just make it look really good. Another positive for our city, and a lot of people go to the farmers market, or at least have been there. So I loved hearing the story. And here's what's happening. According to Ray, the city of St. Louis is putting a big investment into the market. He says they got $1.5 million in capital improvement money last year, which put in some heating systems with the internal halls for the winter. So about 40% of the vendors will have heat next year, which is cool. And he's like, and the customers who come through will also get the heat too. And by the way, if you didn't know, the Soulard Farmers Market is open year round, Wednesday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's good. Positive. Another good story about trying to move St. Louis a little bit forward when it comes to information and things that are happening in our community. Also, wanted to make sure people understood this has been going on. And Trisha Brown, she met with us, I don't know, last week, a couple weeks ago, about what was happening with RECA and the money from Coldwater Creek, and anybody that had any sort of health problems with radioactive waste that was dumped by the government in the 40s, not only over Coldwater Creek in Florissant, but also in Francis Howell in that area as well. Well, she hosted a meeting this Saturday and says that now you've got a situation where they're accepting apps. They're accepting apps for money. And that's money to help people who were impacted by the radioactive waste. So it's called the Radioactive Exposure Compensation Act, RECA. It's officially open. So if people are interested, they need to get in there and go ahead and apply to make sure that you can get what you need to help pay with bills. So that was a big deal over the weekend. Trisha had that meeting. She told us that they were going to have that meeting. And those things are happening now. So, take it for what it's worth. You can kind of go from there. And if you know of people that need help, you can certainly help them as well. Okay, I was looking forward to this too. I don't know how the job market is in St. Louis with this, but this was a national poll, boardroom.com, and Boardroom from Instagram does a lot of business things, business stories, business content. Projo, what would you think is the fastest growing job in the United States right now? Any idea? I know that's a wide open question.
Yeah. I'm going to have to say fast food. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's all right.
I mean, AI is taking over everything else. So,
ding, 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 ding,
yeah.
ding. I
Right.
knew you would get it. AI. Fastest growing job in the United States right now is an AI engineer.
Well, yeah.
You start studying and then AI engineer. You take it and you start using it from where you can go there.
A few years ago, it was cybersecurity.
Yep. And that in cybersecurity is there, by the way, the demand for cybersecurity still outweighs the amount of people that they have to do the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's that way right now. There are more jobs than there are qualified people to do the cybersecurity jobs right now.
Yep.
No, it's not podcasters. Or it might be past podcasters, but I'm not quite sure about the income that's being brought in from the podcasting speak, so to speak.
Not sure how much of a viable job that is.
Number 2, AI again, AI consultants.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got AI engineer, then you've got an AI consultant, number 2. Number 3, Oh, before I go to number 3, from the chat line, Cindy says, I heard there was a big controversy about an AI center they want to put in St. Charles, but don't know anything about it. Yes, I heard about it too. When it comes to data and so forth, they're checking back and forth. I don't know all the specifics of it. If anybody else does, let us know. Greg, you might be right, but it did not make the boardroom list. OnlyFans. I'm sure there's many more people doing OnlyFans that are not making money than people who are.
Maybe.
We love it. Brian says, as someone who has worked in the digital media space for 11 years, you can already see the effects of AI and what it has on our industry, specifically in marketing. You build your own campaigns now. You don't even need to go to people. It's just part of it. And I know it's not good. It's not great, but it is a reality that's happening. Yeah. Number 3, physical therapist. How about physical therapy? And by the way, becoming a physical therapist is not easy. You put a lot of time into it. A lot of people having surgeries. I do know that.
There's a big demand for it because of all the car accidents lately.
Yeah, exactly. Number 4, workforce development manager. A workforce development manager. Number 5 blew my mind. Number 5, why? Really? Don't you think you'd be able to do it yourself? But number 5, a travel advisor. How about number 6, event coordinator? I could see that. Number 7, director of development. That's a wide open space right there. 8, you always need salespeople, outside sales rep. Although I'm told that you can create programs now, not person to person, but via digital space, if you're very good, can create fake AI people to go sell your products for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
That look like Joe and I speaking. I was like, what? Number 9, a sustainable specialist. And number 10, security guard. Dare we say peace officer? Is that what you would call a peace officer in the city of St. Louis that they're trying to hire for the new entertainment district? I don't know. Might be. But those are the top 10, and right out of the gate, top 2, AI. And, of course, we were talking about AI last week, the jobs that are there. 2 of my friends, very involved in AI, using it in practice, using it in our construction business as well, creating apps with it as well.
It helps the show quite a bit as well.
It helps to defend. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, someone in digital media for 11 freaking years. Okay. All right. How about best ribs in the St. Louis area from national brands? I know you were looking at this. I wanted to get to this. 7 restaurant chains with the best ribs, or at least according to these food experts. Number 1, Texas Roadhouse. I didn't even realize they did ribs.
Oh, of course.
Number 2, agree or disagree, Longhorn Steakhouse.
I thought they were shutting down. The one in St. Peter's did.
Yeah, no, but Longhorn's still doing good. Number 3, Chili's.
The first thing I thought
You
of
thought
when
it was
you
Chili's?
ribs was Chili's.
Number 4, Outback Steakhouse. Number 5, Smoky Bones. And I'm not a ribs guy. Number 6, Applebee's.
I figured that was on there too.
Yeah, Rudy's was 7. So, it is what it is there. You got your stuff that's going on. By the way, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Glad you guys are with us from that standpoint. If there are stories, ideas, things you want to let us know, you can email us at archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, archcitynow@gmail.com to find out the best of what's going on. Oh, and anything else. I was supposed to, Greg wanted me to give it out earlier. An NFL kicker actually kicked a 70-yard field goal over the weekend, but it didn't count because it wasn't in a real game. So he's going to have to do that again for that to count. Making sure I got through all the headlines before we were talking about some of the other things that we had going on. Queenie Park has a brand new playground out in West County too. It's like they put this playground together. You know, those blue. It's almost like that blue rubberized playground material. So if people didn't realize that, you can take your kids out there, check out the new playground in Queenie Park. Also, a shout out to a young lady from Eureka High School. We'd love to cover all the local, as you know about. Her name is Greta Clark. She earned the title of Miss Missouri Teen. So congratulations to her. She won that competition out at the Missouri Military Academy in Mexico. You know, we used to go there. So it was her fourth and final year competing, and she won. So congrats to her. She, I guess now moves on. I guess, let's see. Yours is paying off. She is a 2024 Eureka High School graduate. So she won some money for scholarship. That's really cool. Missouri Military Academy, by the way. Wait a minute. Eureka High grad. How can you be Miss Missouri Teen? Oh, yeah, she's still a teen, 24. I got it. Missouri Military Academy. That's where we did our 2-a-day football practice at Mizzou, Pro Joe. Larry Smith, God rest his soul. I loved him as a coach. He was a hardcore man. Hardcore man. He took us to a military academy for the worst week of our life 2 years in a row. And it was brutal. You're sitting in these dorm rooms at a military academy, all football all day long. And it took the love of football out of you of everybody. It was torture what that man did to us, that coaching staff. Now they get to sit on campus. I'm just kidding. They got nice stuff going around. Anyway, recap if you're just joining us from the weekend. Cardinals took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. We absolutely love to see that. Just frustrates me. They took 2 or 3 from the Dodgers in a recent trip as well. They're a game over 500. Still, way out of first place, 14 games. Only 3.5 out of the final wild card spot. Technically, they're not out of it, but do they have the pitching? Do they have the reserves to do it? They don't have a tough schedule the rest of the way, so that's good. I do think I heard Adam Wainwright say, don't be surprised if they're competing for that last final wild card spot the last week of the season. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yadi Molina was back in town over the weekend. Love seeing him in the dugout. St. Louis City SC also won their game. They beat Nashville SC. Final score there was 3-1. Good to get another victory. Good to get a game scoring at least 3 goals. That's huge. Absolutely huge for this team and what you have right now. Wednesday, we've also got a guest coming up. It's what is it? Kevin Suter, right? Kevin Suter. Who did Greg set up for us? And we appreciate it, Greg. I don't have the time to look at my phone really quick. If you could look up his name, that would be fine, Pro Joe. Anyway, an expert on what to do with police stops.
It's Craig Suter.
Greg or
Craig?
Oh,
I
Craig.
think. Yeah.
Craig? Okay, that name didn't sound familiar, but I got you. Thank you for trying to help. He'll be on the show. We got to figure out his damn name, I guess. I should. If I need,
I had it earlier, but you asked me, so now I'm like all tripped up and can't think of it.
Okay.
Ken Suter. Sorry, Ken Suter.
On what to do and not to do in traffic stops that could be helpful for people from that standpoint. Former KSHE DJ here in the St. Louis area. Thank you, Greg, for getting that set up. More guests coming as well as we continue to move forward and bring you the guests that we possibly can for the show. Now, another thing that has not gotten resolved as of now in the St. Louis area, which is unfortunate for people and their families, is Boeing says that no new negotiations are scheduled. They're working like normal with their non-union staff. So they're continuing to produce. And they say, by the way, to the union, since you have not accepted or scheduled any more talks, $5,000 bonus is no longer available that they were offering. So that is now off the table. That doesn't look like it's a good situation. Hopefully both people would be back and forth, but the non-striking workforce continues to support their customers.
They're playing hardball.
Looks like both sides are.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides playing hardball from that standpoint. because the second contract offer was rejected by the members. That was August 3rd. They said that contract is still there. The company's offering that to the union, but they said, because now you've made this weight, now the $5,000 ratification bonus is not going to be offered again, because it was contingent upon ratification by an August 3rd deadline. So that is a story, not only a local story, but it's kind of become a national story as well with what's happening. Those things go. Just want to make sure we got that in and all the news. Another thing, I was talking to my son. I thought this is interesting about St. Louis, because it's like the more things change, the more things stay the same, especially throughout the St. Louis area. And we cover everything. When he comes back to town, he's getting ready to go into his senior year, or not senior, junior year at Mizzou. He just turned 21. So he can go out. And it's interesting, when he's in town here for the summer and he's back and he's at Mizzou, he says people, like everybody, like the Mizzou crowd and all the people that he know where they go? Guess where people go? If you can go to a bar legally, Soulard. They're going to Soulard.
McGurk's?
You got it.
Yep.
McGurk's, and he told me another place down there. And he's
Molly's.
And Molly's. McGurk's and Molly's. And occasionally, you may make your way over to the Midwestern.
Yeah.
But I started laughing because it took me back to the Wayback Machine. And I'm like, okay, yeah, been to McGurk's a time or two.
Mm-hmm.
Been to Molly's a time or two.
As a matter of fact, that's where Shane Gillis went after he did the
where did he go?
The Budweiser tour. He went to McGurk's.
Really? Did he talk about that?
He said he had bangers and mash. Yeah, I swear he talked about McGurk's on his show. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. On his show or at the comedy set?
At the comedy show.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, Pro Joe
Enterprise.
was at Shane Gillis, who was in town Saturday night at Enterprise Center. You said it was a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I'm looking forward to the Matt Rife one that's coming up.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can be as good with Shane for a comedy crew in the St. Louis area. But Shane went, I guess, did he go to, was it McGurk's?
He went to the Budweiser tour and then went to McGurk's afterwards.
Oh, he said after the show.
After the Budweiser tour. He was over at the brewery.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Then went
not
to
the
McGurk's.
Same day. It must have been the night before.
It was, I guess, yesterday day.
Oh, yeah.
Before the show, or Saturday day before the show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, he was out having some fun before his show.
Yep.
And then he had his 2 Bud Light beers sitting right next to him on his stool.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 beers, for about an hour's worth of comedy?
Yeah. He talked a lot.
But isn't an hour good enough?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or wait a second, like back in the day, remember the old Eddie Murphy Raw?
Oh, yeah.
Was that more than an hour? I remember as a kid. I thought
usually a special is it might be recorded longer than an hour, but they edit it down to about an hour.
Okay. But I still do find it so damn interesting that McGurk's and Molly's is like the choice.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, people like kids, and I say kids, he just turned 21. I'm like, people from all over, like even like West County are going down to Soulard. He's like, yep.
Used to be Telania's before they closed down.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I just felt like, okay, it took me like retro 1990s for myself. I'm like, wait a second. Later 1990s going down. Late 90s. Damn, we've only got a minute left already.
Yeah.
Damn, this show. I love our show. Thanks for watching us and supporting us. Greg wants to know if Gillis did any Trump impression the other night. Did Gillis do any?
Yes, he did. Actually,
okay.
Yeah. Of course he did.
Of course. Ken Suter coming in on Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining us on the show, making it everything that it is. We are grateful for that. Also, 30 seconds. Damn this. I never would have thought we would need more time on a 2-hour show with a solo anchor and a help from Projo, but I love it. This is great. Guys, thank you. We are Art City now, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Have an awesome day. Hot Take Central 2.0 is up next with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. Have an awesome day, St. Louis. Yeah, Eddie Murphy did 90 minutes when he saw him live. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you tomorrow.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We